Hey everybody, welcome back. Today's video is my 3-month update on Curology, and I've got a lot to say. I did go ahead and film little short monthly updates that we're going to go to right now with no makeup or anything. You'll see all 3 of those, and then we'll come back here and discuss why Curology was a fail for me. So here is my 1-month skin. I have now completed week 4 of Curology, and this is what my skin is looking like. So you can see that I do have all over my chin still some breakouts happening, and what was here in between my eyes, it did get worse, and then now it's gotten better. These are all gone, but the spots are still there, and I would say about 90% of this has already happened, but the spots are still there. I do have one new one that's going to come up right here. I can feel it under the skin. And then I have these 2 up by my nose. This one is quite large and painful, extremely painful. And then this one kind of in the crook is a little bit thinner, and it's starting to go down already. And then I have quite a large one on the side of my jaw. And over here it's pretty good. So that's where we are at the end of month 1. Okay guys, so I am about a week late filming this for my 2-month update. But this is what my skin is looking like at 2 months and 1 week. And this is actually about 50% better than it was looking like 1 week ago. Now the caveat to that is that I have not been using Curology for the past week and a half. I've switched over to just strictly using the Body Shop stuff that I bought before I bought Curology. And it's made a drastic difference in my skin. You can see here that it is still quite irritated in my T-zone, but a lot of this stuff is healing from previous really big gnarly breakouts. Pretty much everything here is no longer an issue. Most of this stuff is just marks from stuff that was there the previous 2 weeks. This is the one big actual blemish that I have. So I'm gonna keep doing it exactly like I'm doing it for the next week to 2 weeks, and if my skin continues to improve, I may be canceling Curology altogether, because I think it is actually making my skin worse, and not in a purging way, but more in a bad reaction kind of way. So there you go. I guess I will see you in about 3 weeks, and we will find out what happened. Okay, everybody, we are here. I think we're about a week shy of 3 months on Curology, but I've made my decision already. Things have not gone well, and I want to just scoot you in really close right now. And yes, I live in this shirt, but things are not going well, and right after this we're going to talk all about it once my face is on, but I want you to see up close right now what everything is looking like. This is the situation that we're dealing with. This hurts so bad. It's excruciatingly painful to speak and move my eyebrows and forehead and stuff. It is an intense soreness, and even down here it hurts to open my mouth wide like that and chew and laugh and talk and stuff. My face hurts. It freaking hurts, and my skin, I was just looking back today, right before I filmed this, at the pictures that I took whenever I first started, day 1 before I had applied my Curology that night, and my skin looks so much worse now. And the breakouts are not stopping. They're intensifying, and it's getting worse, and I just done with it. Done with it. So let's get a good look in here at all of this stuff. I even have some on the side over here and under my chin. And we're going to talk about everything, the whole 3 months, how everything went. Because it was not fun. It was not good. And I hope that you, if you are thinking about trying Curology, will take into account what I have to say, and just know that not everybody's experience is the same. I know a lot of people have a lot of success with this product, but I'm not one of those people. So here's another perspective for you. So, yep, let's get into this. Okay, so you saw all of those. And if you did not see it, I will link my very first Curology video down below and at the end of this video so that you can see what my skin looked like and what my thought process was before I even started it, like the first day that I got my box and to start trying it and stuff. But I'm also going to insert here while I'm talking what my skin looked like right before I started Curology. Now, here's the thing. I told you guys in that first video I was going to try this for 6 months. You know, I was going to see how it worked, if my skin improved, blah, 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 blah. But I also, whenever I said that, did not expect this drastic of a result. So at this point, I feel like it's no longer in my best interest to keep going with Curology. So that 6-month update ain't gonna happen because it has completely wrecked my skin. And I'm not going to continue with it, but if you're still watching, then let's go ahead and talk about the whole thing. So my first bottle looked like this. It was my little 1-month supply of it. My formula was 4% azelaic acid, 1% clindamycin, 4% niacinamide. And I have seen several other reviews where people got this exact same formulation. And others where they had the same 2 ingredients within one swapped out. So it does seem to be a popular formulation that they kind of start everybody out on. And then here is what my second bottle looked like. It was about double the size, and this is a 2-month supply. The first bottle was $4.95. It was just the shipping charge, and then the second bottle, I did the, I think like renewable one or something, so it was $39.95. Flat rate for the 2-month supply. So pretty much as soon as I started Curology, I noticed that my skin was starting to change a little bit. I felt like I was getting, it was almost like for the first 2 weeks it calmed down a little bit and then it flared up really bad. And I was like, okay, it's purging, no big deal. And then after that first, I think it was 6 weeks, I got an email saying, you know, how's everything going, yada, yada, yada. And it asks you in there, how many blemishes are you getting, blah, blah, blah. So I put that they had been increasing and that I was a little bit concerned about that. I got a message back saying, no big deal, you're probably just purging, you know, just keep at it. And, you know, in a couple weeks, everything should even out. And I was like, cool, fine. I'll keep on doing it. I did completely simplify my routine. I tried to do their exact regimen, like they say, with just simple cleanser, AM and PM, apply just sunscreen during the AM, and then PM just the Curology, and just keep it simple. Not a lot of extra products, not a lot of trying new things and stuff like that. And it didn't go very well. I immediately started noticing that I was getting these like subsurface bumps, really tiny, not exactly whiteheads, but just like very hard little bumps all over my chin, just all over. And I was also getting them kind of along like my brow bone up at the top. And I was like, oh, this is a little weird because I've never gotten anything like that before. And I noticed after that like first maybe like 3-4 weeks, I started getting really, really big, deep under the skin blemishes all over my chin and all over my forehead. And it was like, do you guys remember back whenever Paris Hilton was more famous than Kim K? And Paris said that Kim K's ass looked like a garbage bag full of cottage cheese? Interestingly enough, that's what my ass looks like as well. But also my chin and forehead looked like that. It was, it's gonna sound so vain, but I mean, hello, I'm on YouTube as a beauty person, so I'm vain. But it hurt my soul to look at my skin looking so bad. Like, it was to the point where I did not want to like go outside, you know, without makeup on and without my hair being like half in my face and hiding it and stuff, because it was just so, it just looked, you could see, if you were up close in my face, you know, you could see under my skin these just like rippling bumps all under my skin. And my chin was like it from basically here all the way across, just humongous rippling bumps everywhere. And my forehead, it was pretty much in this whole like circular region right here. And it was painful. Like they weren't red and irritated, like it looked like skin, you know, it was the kind that's so deep in there that it hasn't quite yet started to like hurt. But you can see it and you know it's coming. And in addition to those, I started noticing that I was getting blackheads everywhere, all over my forehead, all over my nose, all over like right around my mouth. They were everywhere. And it was like the blackheads, the little white hard bumps that were kind of like under the skin, and then the big, deep subsurface bumps all over. And it was just a disaster. I've never had those little tiny bumps like I have. I've never had blackheads anywhere other than on my nose. And these were like legit blackheads, not those little clogged pore blackheads that you get on your nose, but like legit, like I can see a black hard dot in my skin. And the subsurface bumps, like I will sometimes get like a cystic acne type of thing going on, but these were like everywhere and like overlapping and all over. So whenever I started to notice those things coming up, that's whenever I decided to message my provider again, and see if this was normal and if there could be anything done to, you know, change the formulation or anything like that. I messaged my provider again and said, hey, my skin is just really freaking out. My purge has never lasted this long before whenever I've tried other products. You know, do I need to get a reformulation? Is there something else that I need to do? And I got a message back saying that my provider was on vacation, which weirdly seems to be something that I'm seeing a lot in reviews, is that whenever you try to contact your provider, they seem to always be on vacation, so then you talk to somebody else. And I think I sent that message on a Friday, and they got back to me on Monday and said, oh, you know, that is a little bit strange, but I think you should just keep with it. Maybe your skin takes longer to adjust. And then in that message, they also suggested to do the Curology every other night, to try and like build back up to doing it every night, just to give my skin a little bit of a break. So I did that also, and they also suggested in that message to get the Elta MD Skincare AM Therapy. This also, I believe, has, yeah, this also has niacinamide in it as well. And they suggested to put this on after the Curology at nighttime, just to give my skin some more moisture. So I bought this, and at the same time, I figured I might as well try their UV clear sunscreen. So I got this. I love both of these products. They've been amazing to me. So these, hey, not a fail, even though the Curology was. After she told me that, I got that. I bought the Elta MD products. I started doing the Curology every other night, just to kind of calm things down a little bit. And I noticed whenever I would not use Curology, I would wake up and my skin would be kind of calmed down. It wouldn't be so crazy because I was getting still, in addition to all of the other things, just the regular red, gnarly, angry whiteheads. And I felt like whenever I would wake up after a night of not using the Curology, everything would be a little bit more calm. I'd look at my skin and be like, oh, it's actually looking like it's clearing up a little bit. And then whenever I would use the Curology again and wake up, everything would be intensified all over again. So after that, I did that for about a week, and I noticed right off the bat that like that kind of like vacillating, you know, it's looking good, it's looking bad kind of thing. And then I just took an entire week off of Curology, and in that week I went back to the Body Shop tea tree stuff that I had bought right before the Curology. So I was using the night lotion during the daytime during that week, and then I was using, this is not the right container of it, but I have the little overnight imperfection mask or something like that. I'll put the name of it right here, but I was using that at night and putting it on very liberally. And then I would put this night cream on during the day under my sunscreen. And my skin immediately started to calm down. Like, drastic difference from the first time that I stopped using the Curology for that week versus the end of the week. My skin was looking a lot better. Things were going good because the whole time that I was on Curology, I was getting multiple blemishes popping up every single day. Like, I would have at least 2 to 3 every single day, whether they're small, big, medium, whatever it is, I was getting 2 or 3. The week that I was doing just the Body Shop stuff, I got 2 the entire week. So after that week, I realized that I think it's got to be something in the Curology that is not agreeing with me. And just looking at the ingredients on here, unless it is an additive, like an inactive ingredient that is bugging me, I don't know, but I have tried and been on clindamycin before, never had any sort of reaction at all. I don't feel like it helped my skin, it didn't hurt my skin, it just was as if I was applying nothing. And the niacinamide is in both of these things, the L2MD stuff, and my skin wasn't being aggravated while I was using just those. So that leaves the azelaic acid. I've seen conflicting things. Some people have sensitivity to it, some people don't, and I'm thinking maybe I'm just the type that has sensitivity to it. But whenever I asked about changing my formula, they were just kind of like, just keep at it, you know? And it was approaching the time where I was going to be charged another $40 for another 2 months supply. And I just decided, you know what, this is not working for me. My skin right now, I feel like, looks way worse than it did whenever I started Curology. I look back at those pictures and I think like, wow, I thought that my skin looked bad, but now it legitimately looks bad. Back then I had like a few blemishes between my brows and a few on my chin, you know, but it was not like anything crazy. And the rest of my skin was smooth, no issues with it. And the ones that I had were just your regular like red, angry whiteheads. But now I have like a whole plethora of different skin issues. And I was like, this is it. I'm just not going to pay for another $40 bottle of it because it's ruining my skin. So it sucks because I wanted to follow through on what I had promised myself and you guys that I would do for 6 months, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my skin anymore for it. Lesson learned. What I did go ahead and buy last week, whenever I started noticing that my skin was clearing up without using the Curology, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to I'm going to purchase some Paula's Choice and try that because so many people seem to have a lot of good luck with that, just like with your Curology. But I mean, hopefully this works better. I did see that in the reviews, and I think even on their website in the description, it said that people with cystic acne have a lot of success with this. So let's hope. I ended up purchasing the, does it say on here? The clear something extra strength. And it was the kit. So it has the regular cleanser, and then I have the extra strength exfoliating solution, 2% salicylic acid, and then I have the daily skin clearing treatment, 5% benzoyl peroxide extra strength. So I'm going to try this regimen of stuff. I ordered it last week. I just got home today and picked it up. So I've used so far the cleanser, and I'm going to start the rest of it tonight, and we will see how it goes. I will definitely be updating you guys on that. I'm just going to create, I think, an acne playlist because before, whenever I went to the dermatologist, I did a few videos on that as well. That cleared my skin. Then it started getting worse, and now Curology has made it 10 times worse. So now we're going to try Paula's Choice. And if you are considering Curology, make sure to do your research. Look at a ton of reviews. Look at people's pictures and see if it's right for you. And if you feel like your skin is not improving in that first month, cancel. Don't pay for the next bottle of it. and then end up with even worse skin and all this scarring and stuff. It's just so bad. So that's what I'm going to do. Just to update you guys on my routine. Can't remember if I think I said this on Snapchat, but I found another micellar water, and I've used quite a bit of it so far. I'm liking this, the Biore charcoal one, and this is the one for oily skin. They also have a baking soda one that's for, I think, combination skin. But I'm going to be using this and the Paula's Choice stuff, and I think I will still be using the Elta MD stuff, this as my nighttime one, even though it's AM, and then the UV one as my daytime sunscreen. This is amazing, though. I'm really, really loving this, and it says skin types prone to acne, rosacea, and hyperpigmentation. So if you are in the market for a different kind of sunscreen, it's SPF 46, which is better than the one that I was using before, like my moisturizer with sunscreen type of situation. So pretty darn good. I'm going to keep using that, and I guess in a month I'm going to tell you how Paula's Choice is going, and I really sincerely hope that I can tell you that I have good news, because looking at my skin right now, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. Because it's been such a long struggle of like the past several years of having like back and forth struggles with acne, and it was so much better, and then now it's so much worse. That is it though. I hope that you got some good information. I will link the Paula's Choice products down below. I will link the Elta MD products down below. The Body Shop stuff, all those I feel like are good, solid products. Except the Paula's Choice, I can't tell you, but if you're interested in them, I'll link them. But Curology, I will not be linking down below because I do not recommend it for me. But if you do want to try it, Curology.com. That's all you got to do. So there you guys go. I hope that you got some good information out of this video. And I hope that whenever you and I talk about this in a month from now, I can be like, look at my amazing skin. Or I'm going to be like, I look like a bridge troll. So that is it, guys. I will talk to you next time. Bye.